Okay. Well, everybody and their damn dog is talking about it. John Delarose just posted a video claiming that, or citing Razor Fist's tweeting, that this is some kind of strategy on the part of Netflix, that they want everybody to get mad and talk about it. Of course, Razor admits that, he's too young to be interested. And it's like, well, yes, and it's like, if you're not interested, then if you didn't grow up watching He-Man as a little kid, then you don't understand how people who did feel about it. So there's that. And John Delarose is probably actually in that category too. He's not as young as Razor Fist, but he's probably not quite old enough to be in the proper age group to have been a He-Man fan. I am, I suppose, although I think it was I don't know. I might have seen some of it when it was new, when I was quite young, but possibly it was mostly in reruns that I watched. I don't know. Anyway, I don't think that I've ever actually watched the original He-Man show apart from, when I was a little kid. I've watched the, was it 87 movie with Dolph Lundgren? I watched that a number of times. A lot of people apparently didn't like that movie. I thought it was pretty good. I liked it. I thought it was fun. Anyway, Kevin Smith's He-Man getting destroyed at Rotten Tomatoes. I have heard from some. I've watched. Double speed, but but I watched a number of videos that people made about it. Anna, that Star Wars girl, goes into detail about the plot of it, or the first episode, or maybe all of the ones that have aired so far. I'm not sure. If you want to know the plot without watching the damn thing, you can go watch her video. Clownfish TV did a pretty long video talking about, their back and forth with Kevin Smith, and what a dickbag he clearly is. So that's a good video probably to watch if you're interested in details. Yesterday, Sunday, Doomcock did his, whatever it's called, Pop Culture Breakdown or something, stream that he does now instead of the Inquisition, now that he and Gary are not doing that, but Doomcock is now doing his own version of it with multiple guests. And somebody, the Kelvington, I think that's the guy's name, I think said that he was friends with Kevin Smith, and basically explained that Kevin Smith, the way he rolls is that he, how did he put it? Something to the effect of, oh yeah, he's like, welcome to Hollywood, put a cock in your mouth, or something like that. It's like, so, long story short, I am going to read this article here in just a second, but long story short, all you really need to know about Kevin Smith to know what a piece of shit he is, always has been probably, is that he's a ticket taker, but he isn't just a ticket taker, he is a ticket taker who's proud of it. So he's proud that he sold out, that he sold his soul. Yeah, so fuck him. He is a piece of absolute dog shit. Fuck Kevin Smith, fuck him, and every project that he ever did or does. And a lot of people, are real into his movies from way back. It's like, I don't even know that I saw most of them, and the ones that I did, I was not impressed by. And Yellow Flash also pointed out that he was apparently big buddies with Harvey Weinstein and probably knew everything that Harvey was doing. So there's that too. Just got finished watching Masters of the Universe Revelation series on Netflix, and I am of the opinion that yes, Kevin Smith lied to fans about He-Man and the show. As I tweeted after watching, It's Disney Star Wars and The Last Jedi all over again, where male characters are made out to look bad, as it's all about female empowerment at the expense of those male characters, save one male character who was the race-swapped character, naturally. Kevin Smith did say the show is all about He-Man, and it was marketed and promoted that way, but I would ask, where was He-Man? He appeared in the first episode and didn't do much, and then was relegated to basically needless flashback scenes in the next 3 episodes and didn't even appear in the final episode. The part that I guess he's leaving out, spoiler alert, is that He-Man gets killed off in the first episode. And then they bring him back, or rather they bring back Prince Adam and appear to kill him at the end. So... Oh, God. Masters of the Universe Revelation is indeed all about Teela, and it was insinuated that Teela is a lesbian, which proves the rumors right. Yep, Kevin Smith, you owe Clownfish a big apology. Yes, he does. And he's not going to give it, because he is, again, a worthless piece of shit. I ask, why lie? Why the lies and just not say it's a Teela story? It could actually have been good, as the animation and music were pretty epic, and I also thought the story was pretty decent. I've heard a lot of people criticize the story, actually, but anyway. But they had to add in all the anti-male propaganda and anti-He-Man jokes. Why? It's just not, just unnecessary. Also, a word directed at Ted... whatever the fuck that name is. You should be ashamed of yourself, sir. You are a so-called big-time He-Man fan with a mammoth action figure collection. I mean, I have action figures, sure, but I don't understand this, any measuring of the action figure, collections. It's like, what does that mean? It just means you got money or you don't, whatever, I don't know. But you sold out every kid who ever watched the original show or played with the action figures. I never had a whole lot of He-Man action figures. I did have a few, but I never had a whole bunch of them. It's kind of like Transformers. I was really into the cartoon as a kid, but I'm not 100% sure that I even had a single actual Transformers action figure. I might have, but if I did, not very. Well, yeah, I take that back. I think I may have had Soundwave or something. Anyway, as I may have had 1 or 2 Transformers. Did have several GoBots, of course. I like that show too. Actually rewatched it recently, and it holds up better than I expected it would, seeing it as an adult for the first time. And it's like, yeah, it's very cheesy and whatnot. It's clearly a kid's show, but it's still, I don't know, it still seems kind of fun in a way. Anyway, letter printed in the He-Man magazine when I was 9 years old. It said, "Dear He-Man, I like when you say, by the power of Grayskull, I have the power. But you took that power away to promote the politically correct agenda. Shame on you. If any Mattel execs," and I have heard something about how Mattel is supposedly going to lose the rights fairly soon, like in a few years or some shit. The rights are going to go to Universal or something. I'm not sure how that works. Anyway, I don't know. Might look into that later. Because I just happened to read this. Do you really think my 9-year-old self, whom this series is directed at, is going to buy any of your new action figures? Guess again. Mattel is obviously not aware of how Star Wars merchandise absolutely tanked following the release of The Last Jedi. Not to mention how, STD has killed Star Trek merchandise too. Get it now? Also, a word of advice: don't spoil the ending of the show by releasing the action figures early. Kind of common sense. Yeah, that happened. Okay, rant over, but I'm not the only one who disliked Masters of the Universe Revelation, as fans are voicing their opinions through the Rotten Tomatoes audience score, where Masters of the Universe Revelation currently sits at a rotten 58 across 3. 9 crossed out. 26%. Check the reaction below. And I have somebody's video that I watched pointed out that the audience score was going up, and they figured that was because as per, certain things that they've done in the past, Rotten Tomatoes was removing bad ratings, pretending that, oh, that's just a troll, that's a Russian bot doing that. It's like, nope, that's consumer dissatisfaction. But you keep on pretending that by not allowing people to talk and voice their opinion, that everything's going to be fine and they're still going to buy your shit. It's not going to work. Yep, that Kevin Smith lied. It's sad, too, because if that Kevin Smith would have promoted it as a Tila story and ditched all the anti-male woke, it could have been good. I mean, maybe. I mean, obviously I haven't seen it, so I don't imagine I'm going to see it. Pretty sure my sister is still paying for Netflix, but anyway. Masters of the Universe Revelation Rotten Tomatoes reactions. Like many users have already said, the animation and art direction is good, but the story and writing is awful. Yeah, a whole lot of people are praising the animation, talking about how just it's fucking wonderful. Based on the clips I've seen, I don't think it's wonderful. I think it's good, but I don't think it's wonderful. And I kind of suspect that it's another one of those things where it's like, we've been taught to expect absolute dog shit. And so when we get something that's kind of good, we wind up, like The Mandalorian, for instance, we wind up praising it beyond reason, because it's like, oh, finally something that doesn't completely suck. Like many users, the music is generic, doesn't exactly remind you of anything of the old Master Universe show. I can't remember, like I said, I haven't watched that in decades, not as an adult, I don't think, ever. But wasn't Masters of the Universe done by the same company, Filmation or whoever, who didn't they do Star Trek the Animated Series? Like, I don't know if I watched that as a kid, reruns of it or whatever, but when I got it on DVD and I watched it, I was struck by the fact that the animation was pretty decent, and the stories were pretty cool, but my God, they had, for every major act, I guess, of the show, it's only 20-something minutes long, I guess, per episode, but for each act of an episode, they had the same 30-second clip of music or so, just playing on an infinite loop, just looping it over and over and over and over again. And as a kid, you might not notice that and you might not care, but my God, as an adult, it's like you notice when they're looping 30 seconds of music over and over again. And after they've done it, I don't know, a half dozen times, after you've been listening to it for a few minutes, it's like, okay, that needs to fucking stop. That is monotonous bullshit. Anyway, so that's one thing. Somebody maybe it was on Doomcock's stream that suggested that they take the voice clips from the animated series, and that they do new animation and new music and everything, and make a new show out of it. That'd be a great idea. If you get the rights or whatever from Interplay or whoever, you should do that with the fucking original series games, Star Trek 25th Anniversary and Star Trek Judgment rights that they did in the early 90s. Like, you could take the voice acting that they had from the cast, from the original cast, and do it as an animated show. That'd be fucking awesome. Anyway, similar to the Castlevania show, the same studio had potential to be something great, but was sadly wasted by mediocre writers. Good animations, bad writing, very bad twists. Posters misleading. It's not about He-Man. I'm okay with that. Tila show. He-Man was an afterthought. First episodes so great. Sadly, the only good one. It's not great at all from what I've heard. The terrible show. He-Man doesn't bother to show up for most of it. Well, he's dead. They killed him. He's dead. Other than that, the script is sappy and just downright bad. First trailer was awesome. Second trailer was weird. This show is very bad. Animation decent. Storytelling maybe California Starbucks waitresses. Okay, so we get the idea. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I am not gonna watch it. I don't think. I mean, I might, but I doubt it. I seriously doubt that I'm gonna bother. It's just, it sounds like it would be, if I watch it, it'll be later after the second half or whatever drops and see the whole thing. But I mean, just the part about how, He-Man, Prince Adam is fucking dead, and his parents are mourning, and fucking, Tila is like, I'm mad because, you kept the secret from me. It's like, are you shitting me? It's like, you're going to tell grieving parents to, to think about how you feel. It's like, yeah, you lost a son and the kingdom lost its champion and all that shit, but who fucking cares? It's like, you were keeping secrets from me. How dare you? Good God. I mean, that makes her instantly unlikable. And it's a shame because the original actual Tila character was really good. So I don't know. That's, I mean, it doesn't bother me the way that it bothers other people, I guess, because I've largely detached myself from anything. It's like I've come to fully expect that every single fucking time that they do a new whatever, it doesn't matter what it is, any franchise that they try to bring back right now in any capacity is going to be crap. I mean, the one of the only exceptions that I can think of right off the top of my head is Cobra Kai. Like that's about the only thing I think of that, yeah, they've actually managed to do a good job with. Most everything else that they've tried to bring back something old, they have pissed and shit all over it and just ruined everything. And so I'm not in favor of them, dredging up anything from the past. But then again, the faster these motherfuckers burn down every single franchise that exists, the faster they will all go out of business. And that's all to the good. What the hell? Alright, done as Constantine did at Woke Abrams. Oh, God. Naturally. Alright. Well, anyway. Until the next one.